Hello everyone, I'm Batpan, about who uses Pan as a shield. In today's video, we're creating an awesome note system in Unity. We'll interact with the notes, play some cool sound effects when we interact with it, and play a nostalgic audio when we take the note. This video will be put inside a series of video covering Unity tips and tricks. When I publish my retro horror game, I would be very happy if you checked it out and gave me your opinions. The link is in the description. Also, all the files used in this video, like textures, audios, scripts, and fonts, are also available on my GitHub. The link is in the description as well. So with all those being said, let's begin. So first, let me show you what we'll be creating in this video. This is what we're creating. We can actually interact with a note. Text will be appearing here. A note will be written here. Then we just take the note and a sound effect will be played. To actually create that, first let me show you the things I added. Again, I'll put all the things said in my video and used in my videos in my GitHub. The link is in the description. The audios, the font we use, the scripts, and the textures for the paper will also be in my GitHub. I'm just gonna delete it. I'm gonna just delete everything and we'll just create it from the base. We need a plane to give our texture to. I have a texture here that I downloaded from the internet. This is the one I modified on my Windows with the Paint app. What I'm gonna create now is I'm gonna create a canvas. So I'm gonna right click, UI, canvas. You can make the canvas settings like me, put it on scale with screen size, give your screen resolution, mine in 1920 by 1080, put this one at 0.5, and that's it for the canvas. First want to create the game object, then I will create the canvas with the with the images and all. So first let's right click here, 3D plane. This is the 3D plane. Let's make it smaller, like this one. We can just rotate it 90 degrees. So I'm just gonna give it a -90 right here. Okay, here is enough. Let's make it smaller. Press T. You can press T to gain access to this one. This is it. What we need is a texture. I created a material before. I gave it this nature. You can create a new material. I'm gonna call it paper on wall. I'm just gonna give my material to my game object. You can just drag and drop it to give it. I'm just gonna go to a stand. Click on this standard. I'm just gonna give it a nature, a leaves. So it is actually transparent or something. So I'm just gonna give my texture to it. And as you see, it will be transparent. So this is the game object. We need to interact with it. To actually interact with it, we need to give it a collider. I'm just going to give it a box collider because box collider is actually easier to interact. So I'm just going to right click on my plane, 3D cube. I'm just going to create a cube as its child. I'm just going to press T and scale it until it completely covers this one. So when it completely covers it, we can just deactivate this mesh render so we don't see the cube. I'm just gonna call this one collider. So we know we have to interact with this collider. And this plane is gonna be paper 1, for example. So now we created the paper. Let's go ahead and create the images. So we're gonna go to our canvas, right click on our canvas, UI image, and I'm gonna give my image a width of 750 by 850. This is enough. As its image, I'm just gonna give my image to it. So select my image, give my sprite to it, drag and drop it here. We can just click on the circle and find it. The next thing I need is the text, the thing written on it. So I'm just gonna right click on my canvas, UI, legacy text. I'm gonna create a legacy text. I'm gonna click on scene, click on this 2D and press F to go to my text. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna make it 50. But I have to make it bigger, so I press T to go to this tab. When I'm scaling it, I hold Alt, so I scale it on both sides. This amount is enough, I guess. I'm just gonna put it at the top, half. Here is enough. I want to make it more realistic, so I'm just gonna give it a custom font that I downloaded. The font is also in my GitHub, in this font folder. You just drag and drop it here. It is actually here. You just select your text, click on the circle and find your font. It is this one. Reenie Beanie, I don't know what this means. This is it. I'm just gonna put it on bold. I guess 45 is enough. 50 is a lot. And I can just write stuff here. We'll just be giving our custom text inside the script. So this is the basic of it. This is how we created it. That's it. We need a script. So I'm gonna open up my script. This is the script I had from before. Create a mono behavior script or any kind of script, a C# script in other Unity versions. I'm just gonna call it note system. Double click to open it up. First thing first, we need to access a text file and image file. To gain access to a text file in this script, we need a reference to this unityengine.ui. So we need to say using unityengine.ui up here. Then we go up here. Then we create stuff. We need a game object, public game object. It is the note itself. The node game object, this one on the wall. Then we need a public game object for note underline game object. I'm just gonna call it note underline game object. The whole note image. It means the image and the texture created whole. I'm just gonna right click on my canvas, create an empty object. I'm just gonna call it note, for example, 1. Be careful, it should be at 0, 0, 0, and just drag and drop both of them on my note 1, so they're actually a child of the note 1. And this note 1 is actually this note underline game object. Then I need a reference to the text file, so we can actually change the text file in the script. I'm just gonna call it note text. Then I want to play a paper sound effect, paper holding sound effect. So I just create a public audio source, so I can just play the audio. So I'm just gonna call it source. You can give it any name you want. We need a public audio clip paper sound. We need another public audio clip or Silent Hill 2 sound effect for when we take the note. I'm actually using the FPS controller from the Unity standard assets in this video, and because of that, when I interact with this note, I don't want to be able to look around, interact or walk, so I just have to deactivate this first person controller script. If you don't have this Unity standard assets to be able to actually use this FPS controller, I'll leave a link in the description to my Google Drive. You can actually download it from there. Up here, first you're gonna say using Unity standard assets characters first person. Then you can down here say public first person controller, and we're just gonna call it FPS controller. After that, we just want to create a simple interaction system. If you don't know how to create an interaction system, I actually have a video on it. You can click on top of your screen right now or get to the link in the description. I told you guys everything about interaction system in that video, but I'll just explain it very shortly in this video as well. We're just gonna say ray 1 equal to new ray transform position to transform forward. So it's gonna shoot a ray from our position to forward. Then we're just gonna create a ray cast hit. I'm just gonna call it hit 1. The thing be hit. Then I'm just gonna say if physics dot raycast ray out hit. It's gonna take a ray value, it's gonna shoot, it's gonna find out a hit, something we hit. It is the distance, I just give the distance like 10. Then here I'm just gonna say if hit1 dot collider dot compare tag. If we hit anything with a tag of paper, we can just give it a tag of paper from outside. I will do that in the following minutes. If we hit anything with a tag of paper, we will just do these stuff. But first thing first, let's create, an interaction text, so we actually know that we interacted with it. So I'm just gonna create a simple, make it 50. I just want to make it overflow, so it is okay. Let's make it like 25. Put it at half, make it bold, make it like reddish. It is an interaction text. For example, it says press E to take note. So I'm just gonna rename it to interaction text. You can create it. These are all explained in my interaction video. Because it is not the interaction video, I'm not gonna talk a lot about it. I'm just gonna show you the way to do it. We just need a reference to our interaction text. So public text interaction text. So we go down here, we say, when we hit something, we say interaction text, the text, it says press E to take the note, for example. Then we say if input.get key down, keycode.e. When we press E, we want to, actually look at the paper. Inside here, we can just activate the note game object. We want a function for getting out of the note system. So we can click on here to take the note. To create that, we need to go to the note, right click on the UI, create a legacy button. Again on 2D, just put it down here. When you have these borders and it doesn't move, just press Z, it will just move. Just put it I'm just gonna put it somewhere that text is not. So around here would be fine. Make it bigger like this and this. Make its text like 50. Take note button, and that's it. Let's go ahead inside here. First we say note underline game object that set active true. We activate our image, the whole note image. We give it a text, note text dot text equal to. And we want the audio to play, so we say source dot play one shot. We want to play the paper sound. We don't want to be able to move or look around, so we just have to deactivate our FPS controller. So we say FPS controller dot enable equal to false. We want to be able to click on this take the note. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go down here and create a section for cursor. Be careful, you just have to put it under the FPS controller.enable, because the FPS controller.enable actually has a value for locking the cursor. So first have to deactivate it, then unlock the cursor. So we're just gonna say cursor.lock state equal to cursor lock mode dot none. So the cursor is not locked, then we have to make it visible. So cursor dot visible equal to true. So it will just make our cursor visible. So this is everything we had to do. How to take the note? We just have to say public. We have to create a public void. When we click on that button, this public void will be called. So we say public void take the note Inside here, what we want to do is we want to take, we just want to deactivate the note itself. The whole game object should be off. Set active equal to false. Note game object dot set active also should be false. The image should be false. Note text should be empty. We empty it for the next time we're going to use it. Then we play the Silent Hill 2 audio. Play one shot, Silent Hill 2 sound effect. Then we again lock our cursor. So we FPS first. We enable our FPS controller so we can move again. Then we unlock our cursor. So cursor, lock state, locked. Then we have to make it invisible. Cursor.visible equal to false. We give our script to our camera. We add an audio source to our camera. So it needs a note itself. The note itself is the paper 1. It needs a note underlying game object. It is the whole image. We give it the text. It needs a source. We need an audio source. To give it an audio source, I'm going to give the audio source to my camera. So add component, audio source. Drag and drop my audio source here. It needs an audio clip for paper sound. I'm just going to click on this lock. So when I click on anything, it won't change. Give my paper sound to this one and Silent Hill sound to Silent Hill. We need one for FPS control. You can click on the circle to find it. You can drag and drop your object here. And we need one for the interaction text. Let's go ahead and select the button we created for the take the note. Go to its on click event and click on this plus and drag and drop your game object with the note system script and just find this note system and find the take the note. It is actually this public void. Take the note. So it has been given now, but before checking it out, we have to select the object, the collider. We have to give it a tag of paper. You can select your object, go to tag, add tag, click on this plus and add a tag of paper. The capital and the small version of the words matter here, so be careful. Again, go to your collider, give it a tag of paper. When we interact with it, we just have to deactivate the interaction text. This part is I'm gonna add for the interaction system. It is a boolean to actually check if you can interact or not. By default it is true, but in here we say can interact equal to false. You don't have to do this part. It is to just deactivate this interaction text. Put all of this inside this if can interact is equal to true. This would have fixed the problem for me. No, you don't have to do this part for the note system. I'm just doing it to fix a bug. Let's go ahead and check it out. So we take the note. It says this is a test we did from script. I hope you guys enjoyed this video so far. And when I say take the note, it plays the audio effect and it takes the note. So that was how to create a simple note system in Unity. This was actually part 1 of it, I guess. In the next part, I'll create the function to have multiple pages and, change the pages by clicking on the button on right and left. And we also create the reading function. For example, you click on read text. Written type of the text will be shown on the screen. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, a like would be amazing. You can subscribe to see more contents like this. You can give me any opinions, any comments, or anything you want in the comment section. I would be glad to answer them. Hope all the best for you. Thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next video.